On behalf of Icy Tales, I take great pleasure in welcoming Mr. Gurudath Kamath, who is an author, speaker, and a life coach. Welcome, sir. I'm so happy to have you on board. How was your day?
It's going good. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here with you and discuss a lot of amazing things today.
Yes, and keeping all that amazing discussion in mind, I think we should get started because I can't wait to see how this goes on. So, can we begin?
Sure, please
Alright,
go ahead.
so, starting off with just the basic question, tell us about your roots and how your journey started on becoming a life growth coach.
So basically, I come from this place called Mangalore. It's in southern
Mhm,
Karnataka.
mhm,
So I was born and brought up in a very poor middle class family. Going through childhood, I had a lot of challenges because my mom and dad didn't have a good relationship,
mhm,
and my mom and dad got divorced at a very young age, and my mom left to Kuwait. She got a job over there, and
mhm,
my dad had some drinking problems, and so I was left with my grandparents growing up. I now had parents to guide me and tell me what is right, what is wrong.
mhm,
So I was a very shy kid. I was a very introverted kid. I used to not be good in studies. I used to always love sports. I used to love outdoors.
mhm,
So growing up, I only played sports, cricket, climbing trees, and all of this stuff. So
mhm,
after my college, I came to Bangalore to do my MBA from my hometown. The
mhm,
reason why I came to Bangalore is because all my friends were coming to Bangalore. I thought even I should come to Bangalore. All my friends were doing MBA. I thought even I should do my MBA. Like I said, I didn't have a goal, vision, nothing.
mhm,
But once I came to college, once I came to Bangalore, my life completely changed. Got so easily influenced by a lot of, unproductive stuff. Like got into partying, drinking, smoking, and all my lifestyle changed. I gave up on sports. I became very lazy, lethargic. I became very stressed in my life, and after that, I got a job. After that, I got a job. I could not, deliver that promise what I had. So I had
mhm,
to leave my job in 6 months.
mhm,
After that, I started my business. I went into bankruptcy after almost one and a half year. So it was a challenging road, but during that time, something really amazing happened. I went back to my hometown,
mhm,
and a family friend of mine, she called me home. They're from a very rich, wealthy family, and she called me home, and she knew what I was going through. She
mhm,
called me home just for a chai or something to talk to me and see what's
mhm,
happening with me. I went to her house. They're from a very rich family, wealthy
mhm,
family, very knowledgeable family. And when I enter their house, I see a huge, big house. I go inside. I saw a huge wall of books, right? Like so, like a library inside the house.
mhm.
And I was like amazed to see so many books. Like I thought, who will read so many books, right? And I can't even read one book. So how will that some person can read so many books?
Mhm,
And then I was amazed. And she came and she asked me, "Do you read books?" I
mhm.
said, "I don't read books. I don't have the habit of reading books."
Yeah.
And I remember she gave me two books. All right. The first book was called Synchro Destiny by Deepak Chopra.
Oh,
The second book was called The Secret by
mhm,
Rhonda Byrne.
mhm,
Right? She gave me these two books and she told, read this. You'll get some answers for your life and you'll understand what's happening.
mhm.
That was my first step into, personal development,
Oh,
self-help, law of attraction. And then I never knew about all of these things before that. Because nobody, nor in school, nor in college, they talk about all of these things, right? Personal
yes.
development or
Mhm,
law of attraction, how habits are important. So that was my first step. That two books gave me a different idea about life, about how thoughts are important, how habits are important, how you can attract things in your life, and all of those things. After that, I took a lot of my time into attending a lot of seminars,
mhm,
reading a lot of books, and I was living in a ashram for some time, doing a lot of meditation courses. So that gave me a lot of purpose in my life. And that 1 year of my life, even though it was challenging, I learned a lot of things.
mhm.
Right. And that is when I realized the importance of self education or personal development. That is was something that is lacking in our education system. That is when I decided that, I want to improve my life. And not only that, I want to also help people to improve their life. And that is when my journey began into personal development, into self transformation and stuff.
It's very nice to know that because for you it was just those two books which gave you that click and you found your direction in life. And it's the same for everyone. We all just need that click and we find our way. So I'm really happy to know that about you. Also, when I was
Great.
researching, I noticed that you're also an author, like I said. Tell us about your author journey.
So, like I said, once I got into spirituality, reading a lot of books, and I attended a lot of workshops, meditation programs, yoga program, personal development program.
Mhm,
thoughts started to change. I started connecting to, I don't know, you call that a higher power or a high
Mhm.
energy. We all have that, connection within ourselves to God. I always believe that God is not outside of us. Yes, God is
Mhm.
outside of us. If we really want to find God, we need to go inside us. So I started digging a little more deeper into myself to find my true
Mhm.
self. And that is when I started getting a lot of answers. So I was
Mhm.
getting a lot of answers. I started documenting them.
Oh.
Right, I started writing, journaling them. Every day I used to
Mhm.
write. I used to just randomly, whatever thoughts, learnings I used to get from life, from that higher source, I started writing them and applying it in my life. And definitely, I'll also, when that thoughts came, I always wanted to write a book, but I never thought when I will publish. I thought
Mhm.
I was just learning for myself.
Mhm.
But then it's been like 2.5 years that I released this book. Once I became certified as a life coach, I decided that it's a right time for me to release, write a book and publish it so that, I can give it out to people interested
Mhm.
to learn, to know things, and what has helped me to improve my life, to come out of a lot of challenges which I shared, to now being like, a coach, an author, an entrepreneur, and stuff. So it's an amazing book. It is called as The Inner Guru.
Okay.
It's finding the deeper self and knowing yourself on a much personal level. It's like a workbook, right? It's like a workbook. There are assignments. So every chapter, there's an assignment at the end of the chapter. So it's like there is space in the book to write and learn.
Mhm.
So it's like a proper workbook where you can read the chapters and also write answers to, find a little more, because every human being is different. There's no one single solution for every bit.
Yes. That.
My experience is different, your
Mhm.
experience is different, my childhood is different, your childhood is different,
Yes.
right? So
That.
different people have different upbringing, experience of life. So there's no one perfect solution for everybody,
Yes.
because every person
I
is unique and special.
and I think
Correct.
yes, I will check out this book because it sounds very interesting. So once this interview is done, I'm going to go research and try and read the book. So congratulations on.
Great. Maybe I'll send. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll send you the book.
Yes, that would
From
be
my
great.
end.
Yes, thank you so much for that.
For
Moving
sure.
on, again, when I was researching, I read your Instagram bio, which said that you have helped 20,000 plus people to, get better in life. So what keeps you motivated to, keep achieving more and helping people?
I think my mentors have always ingrained this. Like I have, my mentors like Arfin Khan, Tony
Mm-hmm.
Robbins, Siddharth
Mm-hmm.
Rajshekar, who have like Louis Hay, Dr. Wayne Dyer. So many people I've learned from past 7 8 years. They have only inspired, and they put one thing in my head, that if you want to be successful, if you want to make a difference, you have to contribute. Like even my spiritual gurus, like I follow Sri Ravishankar Guruji, they
Mm-hmm.
always stood about service, serving people. If you want to find purpose in your life, serve people, help people.
Right.
So once I started being a coach, I
Mm-hmm.
found a lot of deeper meaning towards my life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Until 3 years back, yes, I was living my life. I was, doing something for myself, but I was not giving that back to the society. But once I started doing that, my life completely changed. I found more meaning. I found more purpose. More good started happening. I became more confident. Like contribution brings a lot of confidence also,
Yes.
right? When you contribute, when you do things for others, you feel good and you feel more, self-belief also.
Correct.
So we do something called as I do different workshops. I sometimes do like 1 or 2 days free workshops.
Oh,
We also do something called as a 5 day 6 a.m. million rupee morning challenge, where sorry 6 a.m. million rupee morning challenge. Where every day 6 o'clock in the morning we wake up, we do a lot of practical things like meditation,
oh.
exercising, practice.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that every morning from 6 to 7 a.m.
Oh,
So it's called as a 6 a.m. 6 a.m. million rupee morning club. So
again, that
we have been
sounds very interesting.
correct. So we do this every single week, either 2 day workshop or a 5 day workshop. Some even for the 5 days we charge very minimum. We don't charge a lot so that people
Mm-hmm.
can attend and experience. And we have been conducting this from almost 2 years. So every week we are having at least 400 500 people joining. So, so we are able to help at least 400, 500 people every week, right? So in a month, we easily helping 2,000, 3,000 people
Yeah.
to attend the sessions and experience a change in their life using their breath, using their body,
Mm-hmm.
using their thoughts, how to control, how to manage stress, how to manage anxiety, different simple practical strategies, I share in these
Mm-hmm.
workshops.
Just 20,000 down. I hope you have a lot more to come your way, and I hope you inspire more people to get better in their life. I really hope this to happen.
Great. Thank you
Um,
so much. Yes, now I'm actually on a mission to help transform 1 million people, at least in the next 5 years. That is what I
mhm.
want to reach.
Yes,
That is
and
my goal.
from our team, we wish you all the very best for this achieving.
Thank you so much.
In daily
Thank you so
life,
much.
I'm sure not just adults, but even children, they get stressed very easily. So, what do you have to say about stress management?
See, if you have to actually understand what is stress,
Mm-hmm.
right? Uh, we are not born with stress, and we are not. There is no stress in the outside world. There is no trauma in the outside world. Everything is inside of us. We are the creator of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's usually what is stress. If you just understand what is stress, when
Mm-hmm.
your body and mind is not together, it creates stress. That means your body is your mind is either in the past too much, or it's in the future too much.
Yeah.
Correct? That is what creates that tension, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when your body's mind is together, there's no tension.
Mm-hmm.
But your body's mind is in the past or in the future, there's so much of tension to come back,
Yeah.
right? So that is what is stress. So how do you bring that focus back? So now life has become so stressful because of
Mm-hmm.
job, because of responsibility, and even for kids as a young age, we put so much responsibility on them.
Yeah.
Education, clearing exams, getting so much marks,
Mm-hmm.
getting a job. So much of pressure has been put upon us from a childhood, and so much expectations are put upon us. That's the reason why people go through a lot of stress when you're not able to meet up to the expectations, right? So how do you manage stress? Simple, very simple. Go back to your roots, right? What is your roots? Very simple, I explain in my workshops also. For example, if you have to take a tree,
Mm-hmm.
all right, what is the strongest part of the tree?
The root.
Correct, the roots are the strongest part, right? So if you have to grow a tree, where do we put water, where do you put fertilizers, where do you nurture? You put it for the roots, and then only the tree grows up. The same applies for a life. What is our tree? For example, to take the example for us, our tree is our career,
Mm-hmm.
our money, our relationships, the
Mm-hmm.
fun that we have. All of these things is our tree, right? The outside world. But what is supporting that inside world?
The
Is
root.
our life energy. The roots. What is our roots is our life energy. What is our life energy made up of? It's a physical energy,
Mm-hmm.
mental energy, emotional energy, and spiritual energy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? If you take care of these four energy, if the roots are strong, then the tree will automatically grow.
But,
The problem is we are too focused on the outside world. We feel the problem is in our job. We
mm-hmm.
feel the problem is in a relationship. We feel the problem is in the society. We feel the
Mm-hmm.
problem is in the market, right? And we keep blaming, complaining about things outside rather than working upon ourselves.
Yes.
Do you agree with me? Anything
Yes.
outside of us is of no control,
Yes. Completely
correct?
agree with you. Yes.
We can't control people, we can't control
Mm-hmm.
situation, we can't
Mm-hmm.
control the
Yes.
weather, we can't control the market. But we
Yes.
can only control the way we respond.
Correct.
So once we understand that we are the creator of things,
Mm-hmm.
not the situation, not the weather, not the market, once you understand the answer is within us, and once you develop certain simple practices like exercising,
Mm-hmm.
meditation, visualization, affirmations, journaling, they're very simple practices, life becomes very simple and easy.
I think this was one of the best definitions and explanations I've heard for stress management because I've personally attended so many workshops and interviewed so many people, but stress management was never explained better than this. So, great, great job on that. And I'm sure people listening to this will also have major takeaways on stress management. So, thank you so much, sir,
Great.
for giving us insights on that. Moving on,
Thank you so much.
I'm sure you would have also had your times when you face your personal insecurities and you might get demotivated. So how do you help yourself?
See, everybody feels demotivated. Everybody feels stress in this world. If you're a human, means you will feel. Whether you're a rich, successful, or whether you're poor, middle class, non-successful. Everybody feels stress, anxiety on a daily basis.
Yes.
But the only thing what differentiates unsuccessful and successful people is a skill called as resilience.
Okay.
What is resilience? How quickly are you able to come out of your state? Right? What is happening when a lot of people, when some negative situation happens,
Mm-hmm.
some financial challenge or relationship challenge comes, we get into a victim mode.
Mm-hmm.
What is a victim mode? that we always feel that, oh, why is this, we ask wrong question, oh, why is this happening in my life, why
Yes.
is my faith wrong, why are people always hurting me, right? Why always bad people come into my life, why always bad things happens in my life. We get
Mm-hmm.
into a victim mode,
Right.
right? Even I was in this victim mode when I was in my 20s, right,
Mm-hmm.
early 20s, right? I'm also in a victim mode. But then I realized that, to change your life, you have to change the quality of your questions. And that is what I've explained very clearly in my book also, right? If you want to change your life, you have to change the quality of your questions,
Mm-hmm.
right? People are looking for answers, but don't look for answers. Ask for right questions. You ask the right questions, answers will automatically come. The problem is we are asking wrong questions. We are asking victim questions. We need to start empowering questions,
Mm-hmm.
right? So when you ask empowering questions, is what is my responsibility in this? How can I bring myself out of it?
Mm-hmm.
Right? How can I take charge of my life?
Mm-hmm.
Once you put responsibility on yourself, you will find a way to do things. Right? So stress is a part of, the only thing what I do is whenever I go to stress, I ask what is my responsibility in this? How can I bring myself out of this?
Mm-hmm.
Once I start asking these questions, rather than problem, I be focused on the solution. So it's basically a switch in your mind
Mm-hmm.
from a victim mindset towards negative towards a positive mindset.
That was again something out of the box and very, very nice to know that I'm currently, just hyping up on how much knowledge I'm gaining just by talking to you for 15 minutes. So, great,
Thank you
great
so
job on
much.
that, sir. Moving on, just what general advice do you have for people to, be positive and fight all problems on a
See,
general?
that's a very thing that be positive. You can't be positive
Yes.
all the time. I will never say people be positive. It's okay to experience negative thing.
Mhm.
I just always say my in my community also negative feelings, emotions are not bad.
Yeah.
They're just our teacher. They're just trying
Mhm.
to help us better. Like I
Yes.
always say this, my one of my spiritual gurus like Ravi Shankar Guruji also
Mhm.
says this, good or bad is not opposite, they're complementary.
Mhm.
For example, imagine there was only happiness, there was no sadness in this world. How would you know what is happiness?
Correct.
Correct? Only because there is sadness we know what is happiness, right?
Yes.
So when you're going through some sadness, stress, anxiety, it's just an indication, right? It's a signal that you're supposed to do something in your life. It's teaching you
Mhm.
that you're supposed to improve your life. Simple as that. Any
Right.
stress, anxiety, anger, frustration is just trying to make you better person. Once
Mhm.
you have that kind of a thought process towards your emotions, when you change your attitude towards your emotions, your
Mhm.
negative emotions, then you'll only learn from them.
Mhm.
Right? So, whatever, even if you're feeling negative, learn from it. Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Why am I feeling stressed? Why am I anxious? What is the root of it? Once we,
Mhm.
sit and analyze ourselves, we know that everything is happening in our life is for our good.
Yes.
Right? And the only one advice is take care of your health, take care
Mhm.
of your roots. Don't compromise on your physical, mental, emotional health. That should be your topmost priority. Right? Don't compromise it, not for your parents, not
Mhm.
for your partners, not
Mhm.
for your job, not for money, not for anything in life. Do not compromise on your physical or your inner world, inner roots.
Right. It's very, very true, I think, because I really do think that, these would be things that we should focus on. So thank you so much for giving us insights on that. And I think
Welcome.
we did enough of, the serious talking and like very knowledgeable thoughts. Let's move on to something fun. So I
Sure.
noticed that you're practicing multiple professions. You are an entrepreneur, you are a speaker, you are an author, you're a life coach. So if you had to choose any one, just one among all these, what would it be and why?
Among all of these things,
Yes,
one would have, I would
just
love to be a coach. Coach is something which I really like to coach and help people and transform, because I get to learn also so many things when I interact. Like when I'm
mhm.
interacting with you and every members in my community, I get to learn something so much.
Yes.
So I would love to be a coach, definitely.
Anything apart from this that you would want to be?
Uh, so as a kid, I had so many things. Like, I wanted to be a cricketer, I wanted to be a musician,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a singer. So I did, this is something that I love music. Like,
Oh,
if you don't know, I'm also a disc jockey.
oh.
Right? Once I'm an international acclaimed disc jockey, and I've played across the globe. Like I've played in Indonesia, Malaysia,
Oh.
Europe, Japan, Nepal.
Mm-hmm.
There's another hobby of mine which I've not been doing it recently a lot, But for the last 7 8 years, I've been into DJing and I love
Mm-hmm.
music, and so I more play more of electronic music and stuff. So that is something that I really enjoy.
Mm-hmm. I really want to visit a party once where I see DJ GK in the house where you do some amazing music. So
For sure, for sure.
with this being said, I think we have come to the end of this interview. I'm sure I had a lot of fun doing this because I gained knowledge, and plus, my Wednesday morning started off on a good note because you and I both are smiling, and this is very good. So, thank you so much, sir, for giving us your time, and I hope you had a good
Great.
time as well.
Yeah, for sure. It was nice interacting with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity to be a part of your interview and contribute somehow towards your viewers and make a difference in their life. And I would love everybody who is watching, if
Mm,
you're really interested, please do come join any of my workshop. I would like to help a lot more people. We do a lot of free sessions also, and very 2 days, 5 day basic
mm.
workshops. You can attend that and feel the difference in your life. Thank you so much, Hiba. It was really nice talking to you,
Same
and you
here.
have a very very good smile, and you have a very lot of positive energy with you, so keep helping more people this
Mhm.
way. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,